The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
The timing of this interview? Can't say I'm all that shocked. So if you haven't already seen it, the news media has been for some time now hammering home the mere fact that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were longtime friends.
Come on in, go inside.
An invitation into Donald Trump's world. Footage from 1992 found in the NBC archives shows the future president welcoming Jeffrey Epstein to his Mar-a-Lago estate. The get-together more than a decade before Epstein pleaded guilty to prostitution charges in Florida. Both men are seen enjoying themselves, Trump pointing out women dancing in front of them. An apparently friendly encounter with a man the president is now looking to distance himself from.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years.
Whether or not anything actually happened beyond just mere camaraderie or coordination is still up in the air, but I can almost promise you, they're looking. All the while, you know exactly what it is that they're looking for. Beyond just a mere conversation, beyond just a mere words, beyond just a mere interviews, or beyond even just a hearsay, you know what they want. They want to see Donald Trump on video doing the exact same thing that he's being accused of doing. That would hammer it home. So, with all that taken into consideration, there's this interview that took place with Stacy Williams while she was on CNN talking about how Donald Trump sexually abused her.
The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
I think you don't have to be a genius to understand how they're going to link this, because the mere fact that Donald Trump has said before that when he gets around beautiful women, it's hard for him to not touch them.
I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Pull the hem.
Hello, how are you? Hello.
And in the 90s at the time, Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and Stacy Williams apparently was dating Jeffrey Epstein. So all three of them met up, and this is apparently when this happened. But what she says, though, is she believes that this was all actually a setup by Jeffrey, even though after Donald Trump left after allegedly groping her, Jeffrey Epstein apparently became a little irritated.
With the later convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein watching and smiling in the room as it happened.
Then the hands started moving, and they were on the, on the side of my breasts, on my hips, back down to my butt, back up, sort of then, they were just on me the whole time. And I froze. This context made no sense because the hands were on me, and then he and Jeffrey just kept talking and looking at each other and smiling.
After leaving Trump Tower, Williams said that Epstein berated her for allowing Trump to touch her.
Now, obviously, Donald Trump heard about all of this, so since then, he's gone on to deny these allegations.
The Trump campaign has denied Williams' allegations, calling it a fake story contrived by Kamala Harris's campaign.
I was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein.
2 weeks before the election, though, they even have a documentary that's coming out where she alludes to this very same story happening.
But with the release this week of a documentary about Sports Illustrated, one she participated in 2 years ago, during which she briefly alluded to the incident.
What do you say to those critics that say this is politically motivated?
I can't control when that documentary comes out. I can't control the fact that it's premiering 2 weeks before the election.
So here's the thing. Earlier on, I said that who's really surprised at this, and I really do mean that. Not that this interview really won't hold any weight. The thing is, I don't think that this is actually going to sway any voters. Those that have their feet dug in the sand that are voting for Kamala are going to vote for Kamala. Those, especially MAGA, that have their feet dug in the sand that are going to vote for Trump, this interview is not going to move the needle. That's the thing. The one thing that I can say is I can guarantee you that they are looking for more stories that are very similar to this or have even more weight. Why? Because this election is going to be very close. And these little stories that come out like this, they can have some level of an effect on top of the already current charges and on top of the already accusations that are still present about him groping other women. Those are all present. But what do y'all think? Do you think after hearing this kind of moves you to say, well, you know what? I think I'm going to vote in the other direction now, or I'm just going to sit on the couch, or we need to keep Kamala out of the White House. So even if Donald Trump did the worst thing, like walk in the middle of the street, shoot someone, we're still going to vote him in. Let me know your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you again on the next one. Be easy, y'all.